Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to start a Taharah series. And specifically, we are going to focus on Wudu today, focusing on the Faraidh of Wudu, compulsory acts to purification. So what is Fard? Fard literally is a compulsory act, something that is not optional, something that you cannot skip. If we talk about a Fard that is required for something to be complete, what that means is that if you miss that act, or if you miss it, then the act is incomplete. So if a fard is left out in wudu, then the wudu is incomplete. And a complete wudu is a prerequisite to salah and many other ibadah. So it is extremely important that we recognize what are the faraid of wudu. So there are 4 compulsory acts in wudu. Any of these left out and wudu is not complete. So we have the whole complete sunnah wudu, and that's something we should always do. But these are talking about the absolute bare minimum things, right? If you don't do these things and you do everything else, then wudu is not done. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about wudu in Al-Quran in the Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse number 6. O you who believe, when you rise up for prayer, wash your faces and your hands up to the elbows. Rub your heads and wash your feet up to the ankles. The scholars have then described what represents the compulsory acts in wudu. Now, when we talk about the faraid here, we're going to be referring to the Hanafi fiqh, and to recognize that other schools of thought have some differences of opinions about some of these things, and we wouldn't be going into those details. The first fard is washing of the face, from the forehead to the lower portion of the chin, and from one earlobe to the other earlobe once, right? So you have to make sure the complete face is washed, right? Let's say a portion of the face is not washed and it's left dry, then this particular thing is not complete. And if the fard is not complete, then the wudu is not complete. Now, doing once is fard. What we typically do when we wash it 3 times is actually a sunnah, and that is the recommended thing to do. And we'll be talking about this multiple times, that we should follow the sunnah. These are exceptional scenarios, and these are bare minimums that we're talking about, where if they're not done, wouldn't complete the wudu. Next is the washing of both the arms, including the elbows. And again, once is fard, 3 times that we do is sunnah. Third is doing the masa. So masa is running a wet hand over the head, and the scholars have explained that a quarter of the head is actually needed, right? So it is the bare minimum is somebody doing masa over the head, a quarter of the head once is fard. Next is the washing of the feet. So you have to wash both the feet, including the ankles once. And again, typically what we do 3 times, those are sunnah and still recommended. One thing to note here is that we should always try our best to complete sunnah wudu for maximum reward. Knowing the fard in no way says that it is okay to skip the sunnah. So this attitude that we have today, that we sunnah, thinking of sunnah to be something optional, something to be not done at all, completely, right, is not the attitude the Sahaba radiallahu anhu had. The attitude was actually that when they would try to find more and more sunnah, and if they saw something was sunnah, they would try to do it more. So, but in situations where we have scarcity of water, or the time of salah is running out, then we can do a fard only wudu. Hope that helps. Inshallah, we'll try to do some more videos in this series. We'll try to talk about wudu, ghusl, what breaks the wudu, what breaks ghusl, and then talk about masa of the khuffain and some other similar items, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept. Assalamu alaikum.